Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Road to Rank 1. Today we're going to be starting against Shino. Our starting MMR is going to be 6808, so 6.8k, 8 lonely points. Now Shino is about a 6k player, so he's going to give us about 4 or 5 points, but more importantly he's going to take away 45 if we lose. So let's try to make sure that we don't lose. I'm feeling relatively confident in my PvZ at the moment. I feel quite quick today as well. Pretty long day already. Obviously streamed for 5 hours or so. Played customs for about 3.5, but I still feel pretty sharp. So I think we're gonna be absolutely fine. I have some new build orders, which for you guys all will look the same, but for me will feel different to play. So instead of 4 adepts, I'm getting 6 adepts. Instead of an immortal first, I'm getting a prism first. To you guys, it's all an Oracle 3 base, but to me, these are important differences. So I'll try to explain exactly why I do the things I do, but when the games get a little tense, sometimes I tend to forget to speak. And sometimes when I talk a bit too much, I forget to play. Like at the start, I scouted at 14, didn't manage to block my opponent's hatchery. Then I didn't really manage to block his minerals either, so the start isn't too hot. Now what we are going to do is we're going to be getting an adept here first. As we patrol this probe, we want to just make sure that we see where his links are going to go. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We can rally this probe down to the natural already. We see 2 links moving towards this 3rd base. And we're just going to check, is there any other links coming out? Yes, there is. There's 2 more links. We see 4 links in total. We've seen all the 4 links being used at home currently. So I'm not going to be chrono boosting my 2nd unit, as I don't believe it will be necessary. I don't want to be aggressive with my first 2 adept. I just want to get some scouting info with my first adept and then perhaps return back home. That's going to be the goal for now. He's going to be able to scout my Stargate, but I don't really care about it. I made it pretty obvious that I am playing Stargate, so he can have it. Okay, we got a decent scout off there. We're going to go one more time into the main all the way. Try to check on that gas. Okay, so he mined 60 gas over, then completely pulled out. Makes very little sense, but that's okay. Can't all be brilliant. Now, there's 2 things I can do. His movement is incorrect. I think he's gonna lose this because of that. Very incorrect movement. He should have gone over here already. So that's gonna cost him an overlord and perhaps gonna make him walk straight into a supply block as well. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be getting a nexus. And then straight followed up by a robotics facility. First Oracle will try and get some damage on the 3rd base. Usually there is either no drones or there's 2 queens already. Yeah, 2 queens and a spore, so absolutely useless. As always, but you still gotta check. Maybe one day they won't be in position. Who knows? One day. I mean, after the patch, queens will have 1 less range, which is good. Oh, here we can maybe grab a drone or 2. That's a big deal. Well, a big deal. It's bigger than what I usually get, so. Gonna spread some pylons around, huh? Good queen positioning there. He knew I was gonna go back in. I think I might be able to get something done in the top base here. And I am gonna stick with my 4 adept for now. Another 3 workers. We add 2 gateways. We get pretty good map vision right now with all the units that we do have already. Ideally I would have managed to oh, actually I might be able to get a queen or 2 here. Oh crap, I accidentally cancelled that. That's gonna be a recall. I'm gonna lose some workers or some adepts there. End up losing 2. He has a surprising amount of links on my side of the map already, but we have very good eco. Is this +1? I don't think it is, right? So yeah, there's gonna be absolutely no issue whatsoever here. We're gonna wall off this general area. Let's see what he is getting for his early game units, or for his units hopping into the mid game. So we see a roach warren. So you might wonder, why am I not putting it in observer mode? Because that kind of movement usually makes it easier to spot that I am there. Now, I see a lot of drones moving towards that middle. So I believe he took the middle base as his forward base. Oh, I forgot my charge. That's not brilliant. So we're gonna try to get a drone or 2 here. We're able to get 3. Good kill count on these so far already. Now we take a forward base and we start a Phoenix. And we're gonna get a cannon in every base. More roaches on the way, that's interesting. So did we start storm yet? Oh, I forgot my storm, that's bad. So we'll get it now. I don't have my thing yet. You can get this one. Why am I not seeing anything? I'm just seeing a lot of roaches, which doesn't make me very happy, honestly. He doesn't even have roach speed. Yeah, what is this garbage? I'm starting to believe we might be playing against a Muta player here. We're just gonna remain relatively passive for now. Oh, what the hell did he come from? Didn't lose that much, but still, it was unexpected. I have no clue what he's doing, but I'm a little bit afraid. He has a lot of gas already. I have no clue what's happening, and I really just like playing this map as well against Zerg.
Mineral field depleted. Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
So I was right. We are gonna be seeing some Mutalisk play. Oh crap.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Really liking my position very much. And this is good for me. These are good fights, but okay, that will take care of it by itself. Ah, come on, Kev. Is that +2? Yeah, it does have +2 already. He's killing a lot of freaking stuff. I'm not liking it. This map is really quite difficult against Zerg. So usually I'd be a little more aggressive, but I took so much damage already this game that it feels almost impossible, eh?
Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Awful. That's really poorly done by him. We have a single zealot doing quite some damage here as well. Gotta be a bit careful. Don't want to get on too hard over there. Semi-split on my zealots. I mean, this just feels kind of like a big win to me. He kind of showed why he's on 6k by taking a fight like that. Had Serral or Elaser or Raynor control that fight, we probably would have seen a very different result here.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Like all Banelings are just coming in one line instead of being spread out. He still, you know, he had a very good start, or well start, very good mid game. He killed a lot of workers, but his fighting skills are just a little bit too weak. There's a lot of HC. Maybe he just missed a High Templar on the high ground, that's possible. So, always try to give your opponent credit, you know, if you can imagine. So this fight from his vision, he probably thought all my Templar were on the low ground. I only had four Templar. That's a little optimistic perhaps. He also should have split off part of his army here, even though he saw some defense. Just send back your Banelings and then just queue them in back again. Some Banelings should have come from this side as well during this fight. And the way you want to micro Banelings is you just send in 4 and 5 at a time. Because now, a couple of storms managed to hit so much. And he's microing away, which is never good. Or almost never good. Here. These from the high ground really did a lot of damage. And then he just lost the game. And my mid game was a little bit sloppy. I actually felt my early game was quite good. I killed a decent amount of workers. I didn't quite have as much map control as I would like, but I felt like I was in a good spot. The rich gas and the threat of mutas were constantly scaring me. So I was a little bit too afraid to do anything on the map, and that allowed him to drone up and get a lot of creep as well. Like I wasn't really on the map, which honestly was just my mistake. You can see that like he doesn't really have enough. I think I would even be able to fight because he's floating so many minerals because he's waiting for a muta switch. And I was just so scared to move out because of the mutas, but it made no sense. So just poor play by me really. And then the Baneling run by started happening and he started getting a lot of kills. If he hadn't taken such a bad fight, I think I would have been in a lot of trouble. But I mean, he did take a bad fight, so then he was in a lot of trouble. We managed to win. Alright, let's hop into the next game. Playing against Lambo, so we gotta be a little more careful here. We're gonna need a better early game in order to win. I believe we can make that happen, but we will need we need a better, well, mainly better mid game. I think our early game, not much was wrong with it. I mean, we killed some workers, did some damage. I think we even killed a queen, so it's like that's decent enough. The links kind of pushed me back early on though. That's surprising to me. We'll do a gate scout again. So gate scout really is the safest of scouts. You're not planning on doing any blocking of the natural, you're just really trying to get information. The thing with sometimes with pylon scout and you try to block the opponent's natural, is that what happens is they fake that they want to take a natural and they're actually just 12 pooling. And you're just lol, I'm blocking him for so long, but in reality he's 12 pooling you and you're not responding. And then you lose the game. That might have happened a couple of times to me in my life. When I say a couple, I think I'd need a couple more hands to be able to count the amount of times on my fingers. Unless the hands don't have fingers, then extra hands wouldn't help. Perhaps I should have just said add extra fingers to my hands, but it's too late now. What's been done has been done. And I've said what I said. Apps to the best. Okay. Oh my god. I take the minerals again. That's not good. It's not good. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna be playing 6 Adept actually now. 6 Adept. So we open double Oracle into 6 Adept. Come on, leave me alone, you stupid prick. I think he just played a tournament against Namshar. And the fact that he's laddering now probably means that he lost. There's very little people that play a victory ladder game. Most of the time, once you're really tilted about life, you queue up the ladder after a tournament. Not that I ever had that happen to me. Okay, we're gonna get a couple of probes out here. No, cancel it. Nice try, you saw him. Also confused. So, I'm gonna get a second pylon, then second gate. Well, second pylon, Oracle, second gate. So he's gonna try to scout. I wonder if he's playing Overlord speed or not. It doesn't quite look like it. That's okay. It's possible that he'll play some 2-base shenanigans. We'll have to scout it. Terrible scout. No, it's 3-base. No layer yet, we see spores coming down. That's a dead Overlord now. Oi! Oi, mate! Yeah, cheeky prick.
Base is under attack.
So what we did here is kind of a classic. So I'm just gonna pretend a little bit. Is the robo before the second Oracle? If Shakespeare would play StarCraft 2, he would have done that. So the beauty of that is a way faster robo, faster immortal, or whatever you have it. Single drone. Okay, we're still gonna play Prism, but I'm not feeling 100% comfortable with it.
Base is under attack. Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Base is under attack. Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Your warriors have engaged
No.
the enemy.
So we got some interesting information here. And we lost a... not only did we get interesting information, we also lost an observer, which is always nice to lose, of course. Makes me very happy. Okay, so this is a relatively late 6th gas, which is worrying me a little bit. We see no 4th base yet, which is also worrying me a little bit. Okay, now that's just a normal 4th base timing. It's so difficult sometimes to get scouting info, eh? I'm very afraid. I'm not feeling good in this game at all. That's kind of interesting. That is kind of interesting, eh? So we're starting Storm. Once again, we've been very, very non-aggressive. Some people would call it passive. Because that's what it is. We're playing an absolutely terrible game. Ah, I see how it is. It'd be like that sometimes, huh? I think we win. Ooh, what a tight game, but not a very clean game at all, but by neither of the players. His hive was completely delayed for some reason. I was macroing like I was a 3-year-old, but let's just have a look at that mid game, eh? Because that was kind of interesting. So we did some damage early. We killed 8 workers. Yeah, just workers. We did some good damage, but we were kind of late with the gateways. We were floating 900 gas already so fast because our gateways were so delayed. Very intense build order, of course, when you have and the 4 adepts with the observer, and you have the prism, and you have the oracles, and it can be a little bit too much. And you see I'm floating a lot of money. He's also floating some money though, so I'm not the only criminal here. We get some decent info. His 4th base is mining. Now my forward base ideally starts at around 7:20, 7:15, but it's about 30 seconds late for some reason, which isn't very nice. And then, yeah, like his hive, his infestation pit, I think he might have forgotten it. So his creep spread isn't super hot, which is nice. I have decent map vision. The problem on this map is that it can be kind of difficult to cover everything. But this position is really powerful because if there's no creep here, I can just kind of camp this ramp. And that's what I do for the rest of the game. I just kind of camp this ramp. Perhaps I was slightly over-aggressive, but with the prism I thought maybe I can do something. This fight was actually quite bad for me. You see, I'm floating 1600, he's floating 2k, 1k, man. He's macroing really poorly. Also the supply block of a lifetime he had. Yeah, still 2k in the bank. He should be building Brood Dwarfs almost, but there's not even a hive or a spire at this point. So yeah, both of us, definitely not the cleanest game as you can see, but sometimes it's not about playing the cleanest, but about winning the game. And we did win the game, so that makes me pretty happy. But looking back at it, makes me wonder how I did. Must have been one hell of a fight or two. It's kind of funny. It's like I have a pretty powerful army. I have +2 here. Do I? Yeah. And I guess he just stands in my storm. How many bings does he have? 17, 10 more on the way. And then I have some zealots here, which I decided to micro a little. Like I targeted down some drones, which was nice. And then meanwhile we had this fight, which I kind of miss now. So we go here. I think off creep he can't really fight with the Ravager Lingbane. He should have just waited for me to attack into him, I think. Because that was kind of inevitable. He had so many roaches though, so his army was kind of low quality. But versus a single immortal, sometimes that's okay. Oh, completely ate the bile there as well. But then with some good storm, that storm actually helped a lot. And then off creep, Ravagers really suck. So I just kind of win the game. Oh, GG. Still floating a lot of money. I think both of us macroed this a little bit poor, but I get +18. We end at 6831. We started at 6808. Now, if I was capable of doing math, 23. 24? 23. 23 MMR points won, which makes sense, 18 and 5. Alright, that's gonna be it for today's episode of Road to Rank 1. Tomorrow we're gonna be having a new episode. Originally, I was supposed to have Casually Explained on, but he actually was very busy. He had a good excuse once again, so we're gonna continue that series next week for sure. So sorry for that, and I appreciate all the patience and all the nice comments about that series as well. So yeah, I'll see y'all next time. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, as it does help me a lot. And I'll see y'all next time in the next episode of Road to Rank 1 tomorrow. Bye bye.